Greetings, intergalactic, divine wayshowers of the 144, pioneers of the new earth, rising up, ascending through the resonance of Gaia ascending. We're feeling this in many ways over the last 24 hours. We had an extreme ionospheric charging taking place all over this realm with these plasma blasts coming out of the sun. Mark Elkin reported that we're going to see a seismic increase from this charging in the ionosphere, and some of the areas were the highest levels of total electron count, the TEC, over Peru, Ecuador, Nepal, Chile, California, Mexico, Indonesia, Papua New Guinea. Also, we're seeing over the whole continent of Australia, many energies coming in, and areas of Asia, China, Tibet, India. So we're seeing this coming through in many waves. Before we get started, I'd like to thank everyone for your support on Patreon. I share today in the community tab a Eternal Ankh meditation for our patrons. So you can log into my channel or log into Patreon. You have to scroll down, but I'm putting under the community tab different practices and teachings and gifts for those supporting us, supporting the Eagle and the Condor on our mission together through Patreon. So you can click on the community tab. Also, for those that are signed up on Patreon that are making a monthly pledge starting at $5, we also have a Discord group, which is instant messenger that you all can interact with each other and connect with our angelic team. If you'd like to support our mission of the Eagle and the Condor, you can make a pledge at patreon.com/prime disclosure. Thank you everyone for your support and your continued support through these great changing times. Today on the Schumann charts, it was posted by Sohila, Divine Sister, the ascension of planet Earth and her inhabitants are in full momentum. The Schumann resonance scale speaks for itself. Many rainbow downloads. You could see these rainbow codes coming through the Schumann, and today we had an 1111 hertz manifestation through these rainbow codes of the 1111 portal. We had 140 M1.5 or greater earthquakes, the 14 to the 41, the 55. The most powerful 2 hours ago, which I'm Pacific time, it's 5:09 p.m. Pacific, so around 3:09. We had the most powerful 6.1, which was close to Antarctica, Balleny Islands at 2256 UTC, 61.929 latitude, 154.822 longitude. We had a trinity of earthquakes with the Atlantean energy this morning, starting in the Dominican Republic with a 3.8, 1829 UTC. Then in Puerto Rico, we had a 3.1, 1941 UTC, 19.075 latitude, 67.601 longitude. And then in the Virgin Islands, we had a 3.6 with a 9 energy at 20 UTC. Then in the Crown of Lemuria, Fox Islands, Aleutian Islands, 4.4. And then in the Middle East, in Turkmenistan, close to the Caspian Sea. So this energy of the Caspian, where this is right on the border of Iran and Turkmenistan, which used to be ancient Persia. Before that, Caucasus, where the word Caucasian came from. Caucasian didn't mean white, it meant that you came from the region of the Caucasus. If you look up the original meaning, Caucasian or Caucasoid, oid means resemble something, it resembled that you came from that area. There's one race, the human race. The dark ones and the fairest ones tried to dumb down humanity by creating fake races. So if you look up Caucasian, the original meaning meant that you came from the Caucasus. And if you look at the people from that area, documented from light skin to dark skin, so it had nothing to do with white. That was through the evolution of stupidity and dumbing down humanity to keep us in the dark. But those days are over. We are now fully anchored in 4D, and everything is being revealed through this revelation. Now in southern Greece, we had a 4.0 at 22:44 UTC, 22.2 miles from Serifos, Greece, which is close to Athens, and this is in the Martoan Sea, just south of the Aegean Sea. These are small islands off of the mainland of Greece, the sacred portal with the divine feminine energies coming in through the goddess portals. We had a 4.3 with the 7 energies, Calama, Chile, and the Andes Mountains. And this was just north of the Tropic of Capricorn, close to the border of Bolivia, northern Chile, or Chile. Then we had a 5.7 southeast of Easter Island. All these are on the Ring of Fire here. Then in the trunk of the Elephant of Antarctica, Ganesh, South Shetland Islands of 4.1. And then the Cayman Islands today, we had a 4.4 activation, a 4.3 in Japan. We had this trinity in North America in the United States with Western Texas, 3.0. And then in Idaho, in the Bitterroot Range, Chalice, 3.7. 10 energy, 1343 UTC. And this is right in the middle of this mountain range in between 3 mountains of the Salmon River Mountains, Boise Mountains, the Sawtooth Mountains, and then just east of there in Yellowstone National Park, Montana, 3.1. And this is in the Rocky Mountain Range, the Rocky Mountains, right on the border of Wyoming, Montana, Idaho. So we're having many powerful activations in the United States with this intense energy coming in. We're feeling this in many ways, many activations, downloads. So we're riding these waves of energies into the new earth, heaven on earth. So with Lord Metatron, Archangel Metatron coming through yesterday and being with us fully in the last 24 hours, we're going to start today's transmission from Lord Metatron through Divine Sister of the Light, Lori Gilmore. Profound message from Lord Metatron, also known as Enoch, about ascension and transmutation changes in the physical human body. I am Metatron. I have been asked to serve by dictating information that will assist you in moving through the transitions that are ahead for the planet and all life on the planet during the ascension. This planet and all species of life on the planet are in the process of ascension. Ascension means that all first and second dimensional life forms will move up to third dimensional life forms. Humans or third dimensional life forms will graduate to either fourth dimensional worlds or fifth dimensional oneness, depending on their level of evolution and their intent. The ascension is occurring now as a step-by-step progression and will continue one way or another, for that is the will of all. Normally, planets and the species of life incarnate on the planet are ascended via cataclysmic disasters that usher in a death-resurrection cycle. In this cycle, as we demonstrated by Christ, disasters create planetary death. Because this is the way ascension usually occurs, it is known and understood very well at the level of the universal mind. That is why, since ancient times, there have been prophecies of terrible destruction to occur at end times. The resurrection cycle, resurrection dispensation, now is the ascension, where all life begins anew at a new level of consciousness in a higher dimensional world. This does not mean reincarnation, for that carries the concept of karma with it. And before ascension can become a probability, all karma must be cleared. It does not mean existence only as a spirit in celestial worlds. Ascension is also physical. As a process, it changes the physical body while merging the body and the spirit into one being. This being is a perfected being of light in a physical body of light. This ascension progression actually began thousands of years ago with the exodus of the Israelites from Egypt. The story of Moses leading his people out of bondage is a metaphor for the ascension progression. The incarnation of Lord Jesus Christ was a major turning point for the process because as an avatar, Lord Jesus Christ was capable of taking on the sins or karma of all humans and transmuting that energy to light. Because of his redemption, a gentle ascension became possible. This ascension evolves through a series of steps until a state as a light being becomes possible. The redemption of Christ was the beginning step of the light body progression. The first step took nearly 2,000 years to complete. It is an experiment because an ascension has never been attempted this way. This method both a graduated increase of light within the physical bodies of all life forms on the planet and an increase in the vibratory level, has never been attempted before in any ascending universe. There are theories within the universal mind about how that process will work out, but at times the results have differed from the anticipated. In these cases, revisions are made. As a foundation for the information I will give later, I must explain the light body progression to you. You must understand this process first at a personal level. This personal level is how light body will affect you physically, emotionally, and mentally. Then I will give information on how light body will affect the planet and how it will affect the structures of your society. I consider the most important and exciting aspect of light body to be that this experiment transforms your physical shell into an appropriate vehicle to merge completely with your higher self, and happens concurrently with the physical process. This merging is created by a series of descensions of spirit, which are timed by the amount of light you are holding within your cells. The amount of light held by the physical cells is key to the level of light body, and the higher the level, the less dense the body. The more light you hold in your physical body, the greater the level of spirit you can attain within the body. Toward the end of the light body process, just proceeding the shift into ascension, you will merge completely with your higher self. The descensions of spirit are the mechanisms used to bring in or turn on the spiritual gifts of the ascended masters. Light body has 12 levels or steps, and as each step is completed, the changes that have occurred physically must be integrated in all areas of life and the spirit. Light body is designed to bring up all your human issues as you progress, and each higher level brings up a deeper layer to the issues than the layer before it. This is to assist you in becoming clear mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. As the issues emerge, you may allow Christ's redemption to transmute it for you. There is a void space at the end of each light body level that we call ego death, and it may manifest as depression or a sense of nothingness. This void is to be used as a rest stop before you continue your journey. This void is an energetic place where nothing exists, and you are able to build a new picture of yourself and your life before you move to the next step. The void is an integration chamber, or perhaps I could describe it as a cocoon, where you can rest and form the beautiful butterfly you are to become in your next step. The first 6 steps of light body were structured for gradual change at all levels, with regular spiritual awakenings interspersed with the physical, mental, and emotional changes. From 7th level through 10th level light body, the progress changes and is focused on one area of your experience at a time. For example, in 7th level, most of you experienced your first descension of spirit and a noticeable spiritual awakening with it. You may have manifested clairvoyance, clairaudience, or kinesthetic awareness of energy with the awakening. I am discussing this level in the past tense because currently the planet is shifting into the beginning of the 9th level. It is a very painful experience to be at a lower vibratory rate than the planet you exist on, which is a case for those who are below 8th level. Because you are hearing this, I am certain you would be somewhere between the void and late 8th level to 11th level in the light body progression. You would not have an interest in spiritually oriented works if you were in the lower levels. 8th level light body creates body changes in some extreme ways. From Lord Metatron. And today from Divine Sister of the Light, Lisa Transcendence Brown. The living cosmic rays of light, being a ray of hope, ray of love, ray of sunshine, and guiding ray of light for all. We have a profound increase in cosmic rays permeating from within our physical light bodies daily to accelerate each one's own light body embodiment processes even more. These immense upgrades and DNA rewrites work to restore perfect harmony and organic health, deepen her peace, and open up more access to the new earth, consciousness realities with every new expanded inner realization and release of the misaligned, no longer highest aligned beliefs, mentalities, ways of the old. These cosmic rays frequencies rework everything for you. These support assist each with consciously reworking their own reality through infinite energetic vibrational alignment processes for becoming a living, breathing, pure consciousness. Yes, we have a form, yet this gets reworked constantly so that this body vessel can hold more pure light consciousness, and we could radiate, emanate, and illuminate this out to the entire world, other beings, our communities, and all we are connected with, being the living cosmic rays of pure light consciousness. Cosmic rays and gamma rays are beyond important part of this transconfiguration process of exponentially expanding our heart consciousness, and our bodies are literally vibrating at different rates to achieve lighter densities relative to occupying new dimensional frequency bandwidths, massive expansion, massive blasts of light, massive releases, and ultra-high integration. Times, processes require more from us for our bodies to accomplish the immensity of continually recoding, anchoring, and integration processes fully. And then there are full body field reconfiguration, realignment, recalibration processes that also must occur. Holding light is not an egoic process. It's the opposite of this. It's a humbling purification process that continually takes us deeper into what we truly are. Holding light is a biochemical, bioelectrical, biogenetic, biophysical, bioenergetic, and geomagnetic process that takes our whole body being to constantly accomplish and complete. Holding light is an act of pure love for us all. Holding light is an immense process where the rewards are nonlinear. They are vibrational, energetic, and a quantum response, according to soul light and source code alignment, which correlates to multidimensionality and merging all into one. Becoming pure light and living as pure light means that we are the living rays of hope, the living rays of love, the living rays of light, and the living examples of what pure consciousness is. With everyone and everything in your own lives, November has been all about cosmic rays of light, the powerful increase of these and what's available to all, embracing and integrating these beautiful and exquisite frequencies, energies, rays of light. Part of our new earth existence and living is being these rays of light, these rays of love, rays of hope, rays of pure peace, rays of inspiration and upliftment, and bringing your most expanded aspect of ourselves to the table in every exchange. There are often situations where we can unite or bring unity through softness, kindness, generosity, and love. The beauty is when we are deeply connected inside and actually truly care with every fiber of our being. We find ways to make a difference and bring joy to others' hearts too. It's pure joy to experience this. Living from a deep sense of appreciation and sacred remembrance is a huge part of this process as well. There are always opportunities to support, uplift, and provide more. There are always immense opportunities to unite, come together, and fulfill immense higher service roles for humanity. Yet all of this starts at home, within. As each comes to this place, space inside, then the outside can finally start to realign. Continue to bring your light forth and shine it out for all. Sharing your beautiful light energy, invite all to join you in this living, soft, kind, supportive energy. Bring your softness, your kindness, your generosity, and supportive energy aspects forth. Treat all as the love that they are, even especially when they are unaware of this. Create a safe space by being pure love and holding that space for all to feel the beauty, feel pure presence, feel the kindness and deep sacred care enough to let the inner fight and inner struggle go, allowing their own body's vibration to relax, rise, and return to pure peace too. Create a sacred space and hold this fully, allowing the soft, beautiful energy to emanate out. Invite all to surrender their own ego harshness, ego fears, ego separation, and illusions of the old ways in order to open up to all beauty now. We all can be beautiful rays of light with our every conscious breath, words, and acts. When we live from this place, space, energy inside, and bring this forth to touch the hearts, souls of all others truly ready for something different, new, that also supports them, us all, and humanity as a greater whole. The key is not to function, live from our heads and separation programming anymore. Be that light. It's why we are all here, to anchor, hold, and radiate pure love out, regardless of that out there. P.S. Remember, take care of you, honoring your light body and field, fully and respecting all others' needs to do these important processes too. Continue to embrace and build your light from the inside out. learning how to hold this fully while pulling away and taking plenty of me, we, be time to connect, charge, build, and complete the immense integration processes so that you have more to offer, contribute, and share that's pure, with continued appreciation and recognition for your own kindness, caring, love, maintaining your own deep sacred connection, respect, and being a living contribution by living your own unified, higher heart, higher mind presence fully. Lisa Transcendence Brown from awakeningtoremembering.com, and from Divine Sistar of the Light, Abigail Wainwright. The Divine Masculine is undergoing another level of a complete paradigm shift and collapse of the old reality currently. All duality and yin-yang energies are being balanced. Many layers of trauma due to the control of the patriarchal system are purging out and showing up in various ways as it does so. There is many androgynous Lemurian beings assisting the Divine Masculine with this balancing and releasing of deep-seated guilt created in the physical realm of gender roles, distorted programs, and what it means to be masculine or feminine. We are reminded that we might come to Earth working with a specific template, yet the soul is an equal mix of masculine and feminine energies. The Divine Masculine is learning to balance both of these energies within. The connection with his Divine Feminine has been the Divine Masculine's fuel to shift up and out of distortion, letting go of this old paradigm so he can finally move into true fulfillment of his divine union. Some of this process has involved deep introspection and uncomfortable shadow releases. What keeps him going is the support energetically his Divine Feminine provides. There will be a deepening of the heart and energy of coming forward in communication. There are still some fears about being so vulnerable to share the depth of his feelings. However, he knows what he wants, and it's only a matter of time before all is revealed and coming closer together on all levels of being. And beloved beings of light, the mission I am on and the process with my divine counterpart, my goddess, my sacred condor, my queen, is evidence of this experience that I can speak of from my heart in a tangible way, because this is the process that all of us in divine union are in the process of transitioning and integrating into embodiment in our physical, mental, and emotional bodies. And as I've said in the past, as I transform from the white gold dragon to the white gold eagle, it's been the most vulnerable I've ever been in my entire existence, and also the most power, the most love, the most bliss and joy, happiness I've ever experienced in eternity, being with my sacred queen, my goddess, my everything, my sacred condor. So every day I am thankful and grateful for our reuniting, our reunion in this timeline, in this dimension, in this realm, forevermore. Eternal love, eternal life, eternal light of divine union, Heros Gamos, here now, for all humanity and for all life, in all timelines, dimensions, all realms of light. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Elizabeth Peru, Earth is being flooded in a high-frequency light. This is activating our ears, tuning into our heart's soul's chamber. This is activating the thymus gland, your high heart, enabling your expression of love to exponentially increase. The eclipse doorway approaches. Souls are being called to be in their highest honor and dignity. Are you feeling the call? Your evolution uplifts the entire cosmos. What will serve you well to know is that the reason Earth and all of humanity are being accelerated in higher consciousness is because Earth's advancement truly does benefit the multidimensional universe. How you evolve in your human life affects not only us here on Earth, but also all those beings of light throughout the cosmos. That's why we've been so lovingly assisted by the angelics and our guides and spirit since the physical reality began on this planet. Earth is not an entity unto itself. It's part of an infinite whole, and so are you. You are not alone. You are being helped. Ask for assistance and then do your work. No one can do it for you but you. From ElizabethPeru.com, and from Divine Sister of the Light, Leah Whitehorse, Lua Astrology, Venus in Scorpio, Quincunx, Chiron, retrograde in Aries. There may be an intense and compulsive need to feel loved and appreciated, but maybe we're afraid to go after what we want Issues of self-worth arise as we battle feelings of unworthiness or weakness. Perhaps deep down you're scared that others won't like you if you reveal more of the real you. Sometimes it can feel like the more you pursue your heart's desires, the more uncomfortable you feel. Supersensitivity arises as Chiron pricks at scars to apply deep cleansing to old wounds. The first step towards resolving these issues may be to recognize nothing is broken, nothing needs to be fixed. Any frustration can be smoothed away by showing love, compassion, and acceptance, both for yourself and others. The key to healing is to be brave and open your heart. Tomorrow on Thanksgiving, the 26th of November 20th, Sun trine Cryon, soul retrieval, creative work, born from suffering, self-healing. So I'd like to take this moment to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving. Every day is a day to be thankful for giving and thankful for receiving, and show our gratitude and our appreciation for all we do have and for the abundance that is available for all when we live in peace, harmony, and unity. And that is the manifestation of the new earth, the new Eden, the new Jerusalem, here now, through this sacred vessel. Today from Divine Sister of the Light, Carolyn, Servant of Yahweh, 969, Bye-bye drama, you're sailing off into your heart's desires. This is your new beginning of your alchemical marriage of the divine. Karma is neutralizing through time. This is particularly around being used by wolves in sheep's clothing that pretended to love you to take your wealth, assets, stability, and alchemical birthrights. You have been kept safe, protected, and isolated for a reason. Now you are being taken away from attacks for good into your dharma. This is the threshold to your cup. This Gemini full moon lunar eclipse is fully supporting, bridging the brides and bridegrooms of Christ back home into Holy Grail union. Nothing can block or harm unions any longer. The bridge is clear. The divine masculine Christ are fighting off temptation themselves. They've ascended and are ready to answer the call of their divine feminine Christ to become one flame. They are ready for alchemical partnership of creation and abundance with their divine feminine. This clarity has been expanding since September 2020. The light of Creator has supported the divine masculine Christ to face their shadows, then turn around and face the light. Turn around, bright eyes. We are grounding in the celestial lineup of the Holy Grail in our flesh, matching the cosmology of the stars, star seeds. Genesis 15:5. And he brought him forth abroad and said, Look now toward heaven, and tell the stars, if thou be able to number them. And he said unto him, So shall thy seed be. God, via activating all star seeds, his covenant family of Abraham, as promised. We are ready for our star seed activation of Christ as the bloodline of the Messiah. Our kingdom God is secure. Your womb, hips, and groin are now being activated with the star system of the Grail Cup. This is the book of Genesis. We are witnessing and adhering all timelines to now in the flesh. Divine masculine and feminine unity in the heart is birthing through the celestial and physical alchemical union and the 1221 cosmic lineup. All timelines are complete. We are now adhering to a new timeline we call Christ. Judgments being delivered today have opened up the passage portal for the rod to seek his Grail Cup as a Grail King. This is a collective movement forward of God's covenant family to come home to their divine feminine Christ. This is their will and God's will. This homecoming rescues, frees, and redeems the divine feminine Christ of God's covenant family. Birthings of our co-creations that adhere to the guidelines of Christ can also occur and flourish now. Apocalyptic events occurring will create our new humanity, a new human race, according to God's will and God's way. Psalm 23:4. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Prepare as your harmonic tone of the divine masculine and feminine Christ is becoming a perfect match for you to fly 144. We are completing the severing of all ties that commenced in July 2020 for your futuristic event we call Christ. All praises to the Most High. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Kin 241. Red, Resonant Dragon. Resonant is the name for the number 7, and its keywords are attune, inspire, and channel. The 7th day is all about adjusting your frequency, tuning yourself in so you may receive wisdom from the universe. We are now right bang in the middle of the wave spell, so a good time to ponder what you've experienced thus far and attune so you may understand what steps to take next. It is also a portal day, and so expect a little intensity. Today is Red Dragon, the day that represents rebirth and nurturing. Combine the day and the number, and the result is attune, rebirth, or channel nurturing. To summarize, today is about listening to your intuition in order to find out how best to move forward with a new life, a new beginning. Also consider, have you been taking care of yourself? Do you need nurturing? Look after yourself and you may feel well enough to find the strength to move forward in your life. Today from Divine Sistar of the Light, Christina, Papa Giorgio. 5-5 coming in. Red, Resonant Dragon, Kin 241. 25 November 2020, attuning to loving nurturance. 25/11/2020 equal 25/11/22 equals 724 equal 13 equal 4. 25 spiritual wisdom, 7 magic, spirituality, mystic, solitude, initiation. 11 portal gate, polarity, twins. 22 architect of peace, master builder. 4 form, foundation, angelic earth. Kin 241 equals 7 magic, spirituality, mystic, solitude. A much softer, more feminine code today, focused on birthing a new world, built on love and nurturance. Today we have arrived at the last and final column in the sacred Zolkin calendar. Kin 241 starts the rollout of the 20 tribes atop column number 13. 13, of course, is the great mystical number of the cosmos. It holds the frequencies of cosmic consciousness, the goddess energies, natural lore, and the 13 moon calendar, so we are activating the 1320 code for natural time for the next 20 days, until we reach completion on the 14th of December, 2020 at Kin 260, 260 yellow cosmic sun, as we complete another galactic spin on our evolutionary ascension journey. Day 7 in the Blue Eagle wave spell, where we are being asked to fly high and focus on the big picture, the divine plan for humanity so that we can create it, envisioning the highest timeline for ourselves and our planet as our 2020 visionary powers and third eye are awakened and activated. It is time for a mass awakening of humanity. Today the eagle is inspiring your being by revealing that we have all the power of creation at our disposal once we attune and channel this power through our compassionate, loving hearts. Tone of creation, resonant tone 7 in the emotional realm. Action inspires, power channels, essence, attunement. Day 7 of Blue Eagle wave spell is the one that helps us to become centered, going within. In order to listen and channel wisdom, we are invited to take stock and realign ourselves by attuning ourselves to divine love. When we take care of ourselves on all levels, we feel centered and strong to take off into a new flight. Our first priority is to sufficiently love and nurture ourselves in order to have a strong reservoir of energy upon which to draw upon without feeling depleted. Is your chalice full? How much love do you have in your heart? Is there enough to give your country, your planet, your galaxy? The sky is not the limit, as the cosmos is infinite and forever expanding. All the power of creation lies in your heart, attuned to the infinite cosmos to fuel the birthing of your inspired manifestations. I am that I am. I am divine love and all that is. Merriment and pure divine bliss. Reconnect with your God self through the purity and innocence of your divine child. A great day to hug yourself, another human, animal or tree. Today's question is, how can I attune to the power of unconditional love, channeling divine nurturance to inspire my brothers and sisters in birthing a new, more compassionate world? In Lakak Alakin, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Kin 66. Divine love and blessings for a beautiful day of divine nurturance. Kin 241, Red, Resonant Dragon. The mantra, the code for today is, I channel in order to nurture. Inspiring being, I seal the input of birth. With the resonant tone of attunement, I am guided by the power of space. 555 flowing in. So beloved beings of light, on this most powerful day of infinite space and still emptiness, let us know in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your visions, your dreams, your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below. And as always, we have a link in the description below this video to the transcriptions of today's transmissions. And we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. I'd like to take the time to thank everyone for their support on Patreon. I'd like to thank and welcome Divine Bro Star of the Light, Josh Barthuli, for your pledge and support on Patreon. Thank you, Bro Star. I'd like to also welcome and thank Divine Sister of the Light, Laurel Ann Brown, for your pledge and support on Patreon. If you'd like to support our work and mission of the New Earth with the Eagle and the Condor, you can make a pledge on patreon.com/Prime Disclosure. We have many great things to come through our Patreon channel, and once we have a home established, and then in the near future purchase land, it will be our patrons on Patreon that will get first invites to our Healing Retreat Center and Healing Retreats. Also, we have set up a Discord group, so you can log into your Patreon under Prime Disclosure and join our team, our angelics, in this Discord room. I myself don't have time to go in there and interact, but once I'm able to anchor into a home here in Washington State, then I'll have more time to be able to do some live events, some trainings, some meditations, many things through Patreon, while still putting out these daily transmissions as long as I can. So thank you, everyone. It's because of your support on Patreon and your donations. We also have a link for PayPal donations. Some people don't like to pledge on Patreon, so that link's also in the description. So if you'd like to support our work and mission, you can do so at patreon.com/Prime Disclosure. I'd like to also thank everyone for your beautiful, amazing comments, your messages, and for interacting with each other on these platforms. So I appreciate you all coming together and getting along and being kind to each other and our team. So thank you very much, and thank everyone for liking and subscribing and sharing these videos to get it out to a bigger audience. And like I said, many great things to come. I'm going to end today's transmissions with one of the most powerful mantras of activation. And one of the things, once we have a home established, a home base, and then land to build a healing retreat, we will build a dojo, a training center, where I will be initiating people into our rainbow body lineage and the lineage of the eagle and the condor. So I look forward to meeting many of you, touching wings and manifesting heaven on earth. I don't know what the timeline looks like, but first, like I said, I have to find a home to anchor in, to build medicine wheels and vortex and sacred spirals, medicine trees, many different things, many different talismans for protection and for my sacred condor and myself, the white gold eagle, to continue our mission. The white gold eagle fly with the black gold condor, divine feminine, divine masculine, the Shakti, the Shiva, the Magdalene, and the Christos come together in sacred union, Heros Gamos, to assist humanity and all life through this ascension process and transmit our love codes, our abundance codes to all of you, and the freedom codes. So take a deep breath, relax into your body, put your awareness in your heart center, and let go into the frequency, into the sound of this mantra, of this sacred chant, the sacred resonance frequency of heaven on earth. Om Ma Ring Kling Sidi Sidi Hung. Om Ma Ring Kling Sidi Sidi Hung. kling siri siri hung. Om ring kling siri siri hum. Om ring kling siri siri hum. I love you all. Namaste.